Have you ever watched the crime show CSI? The forensic scientist, flashlights in hand, combs every inch of the murder scene for clues. Well, forensic accountants do the same kind of work, but in the financial world. We investigate allegations of fraud. Forensic accountants are quite often considered accounting pathologists. Our job is to come in and tell the story of how the crime happened. The incriminating evidence comes from bank statements and ledgers. Why? Because the numbers tell the story. In this video, I'm going to explain what a forensic accountant does, how to become a forensic accountant, what you need to consider when selecting a forensic accountant, and discuss the risk in dabbling. What you learn in this video, you will be able to use straight away. So let's go. Every transaction is a potential clue. On a case I worked, a big company suspected one of its executives of embezzling money, but didn't have the proof. From investigating the company's travel and entertainment expenses, it was easy for the fraudster to hide a few small transactions, especially since the tickets were for a destination where the company does business. But the company did not do business at Christmas time. And tickets weren't purchased for 5 people. They were usually purchased for 1. And staff aren't allowed to travel on the same flight for disaster risk mitigation purposes. To confirm that I was onto something, I turned to social media. Between Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, I was able to review the most lavish, breathtaking, and captivating holiday pictures posted by the wife and son. I mean, this was the real lifestyles of the rich and famous. In fact, they both had tagged their dad, the executive, in the pictures. This process led me to the real story. People leave breadcrumbs everywhere, no matter how sophisticated the crime. Take the Bernie Madoff investigation by the federal government in 2009, for example. What's so interesting about Madoff is how simple it really was. Simple, considering that Madoff had been successfully running a massive Ponzi scheme for 20 years. He'd stolen billions of dollars from clients whose investments he was managing. Everything was fake, and none of the transactions that he claimed to have done were real. But his firm backdated fake stock trades to make them look real, and then kept track of the fraud on Post-its. It was those little Post-it notes that really helped the investigators figure out everything that was going on. In recent years, financial scandals like Madoff's Ponzi scheme have shown how important trained, experienced financial investigators really are. In the era of globalization, big data, and deregulation, there's a lot of temptation to make a fast buck or take advantage of consumers' trust for a bigger payday. And to make it worse, there is a global shortage of forensic accountants. This is key to take note of for any of you looking for a career. To fight corruption and to keep matters fair, there is an ever-growing need for forensic accountants who can find, analyze, and communicate fraud and deception to the authorities, business owners, company executives, the media, and to the public. However, it's not all fraud and deception. Granted, that's the exciting stuff. But forensic accountants have a role in all sorts of financial, business, and legal settings. But you'll have to watch my other videos for me to get into that. So here's a quick plug for you to subscribe to my YouTube channel, Uncover Fraud. Let's talk a bit about the forensic accounting job description. Forensic accountants go through a 3-step process. Discovery, finding the evidence when there is a suspicion of wrongdoing. Analysis, examining the evidence to figure out who did what to whom and how. And reporting. This is where the storytelling comes in, laying out the evidence for clarity and explaining every aspect of the case in detail. The responsibilities of a forensic accountant include preparing our findings with the understanding that our research will probably be used in court, either in a civil suit or a criminal prosecution. A forensic accountant will provide litigation support, and this can entail calculating the economic damage, for example, when somebody violates a written contract. In addition, he or she will provide what is referred to as investigative accounting. This can involve assignments related to insurance or securities fraud, wrongdoing related to kickbacks, employee theft, and more. A forensic accountant needs to possess auditing skills to conduct in-depth examinations of complex financial records and accounts. And he or she must be available to communicate with other members of the legal investigation team to keep them up to date as developments occur. A major part of the forensic accountant job description is the ability to effectively convey financial information in a manner that is appropriate for a courtroom setting. Explaining complex situations in a simple to understand manner is key. Having life experiences to pull from, to draw analogies, having great communication skills really makes the difference. A lot of what forensic accountants do is the same thing investigators, detectives, and the police have done always. Look for clues, establish patterns, and find motivation. But computer technology has transformed the business, and along with it, transformed financial crime. Of course, it's also transformed financial investigation. A strong forensic accountant will have strong skills in data collection, data analytics, and data visualization. As blockchain technology impacts accounting, data skills may become the most important aspect of forensic accounting. As a forensic accountant, you'll find yourself conducting audits. The first type, forensic audits, examine a company's finances for signs of fraud, cover-ups, or just plain incompetence. An example of this would be the analysis of rent payment receipts compared to unit occupancy. If there are more units occupied than rent collected, there may be a problem. I hope that makes sense. Remember, internal audits are reports that have been prepared by a company's own auditing team to review their financial protocol, operations, and procedures. External audits are those performed by an outside source to provide credibility and authority to the legal assertions being made. In many cases, the culmination of the forensic accountant's investigation will be a summary of findings, breaking down complex financial transactions into simple language to understand. Let me tell you some other interesting stuff. Forensic accountants must be knowledgeable with various computer software programs. These are a must: Microsoft Word, Excel, and PowerPoint for the purposes of gathering and analyzing information. Those are just the basics. Use a couple of workbooks and look into programs like ASAP Utilities, and you'll become a guru in no time. Ethics plays a large role in forensic accounting, and experts need to display a high level of personal integrity while conducting their work. There are colleagues around the world offering programs that specialize in forensic accounting. The most recognized global certification is the Certified Fraud Examiner issued by the Association of Certified Fraud Examiners. Students learn theory on planning a forensic engagement, gathering information, forensic interview protocols, creating reports, and providing court testimony. Experience in general accounting and auditing is key, as they will need to disentangle complex embezzlement schemes, detect money laundering, and find hidden assets. Forensic accountants can find employment working in law enforcement, insurance companies, private companies, and even government agencies. Also, there are forensic accounting jobs to be had in banks, financial houses, and investment firms. The highest paid jobs are generally found working for the SEC or after forensic accountants have advanced to higher levels of upper management. This field is expected to grow by 10% between 2016 and 2026, according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics. And experts believe that the average wage could rise from $80,000 to $85,000 by the end of this decade. People who already have degrees in accounting can easily qualify for a higher wage by completing the coursework to receive their financial forensics credentials. Yes, forensic accounting is extremely exciting, and sometimes it can be hard to leave the job at the office. As fraud continues to grow, more opportunity for new forensic accountants is the natural evolution. My name is David Melamed. To find out more about me and the services we offer, please visit uncoverfraud.com. As well, if you're interested in becoming a forensic accountant, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. There are articles and fraud videos regularly being published that will help you throughout your career. Thank you.